Hi everyone, this is Christy Rich. Today we're talking about flow versus pushing. Do you believe in pushing hard to get results, or do you believe in flow and being in alignment? Okay, so let's break it down. So let me give you an analogy. I've been going to physical therapy for the past couple of months because I have a frozen shoulder. I can't move my right arm like I used to. It's very limited mobility. So I've been going to physical therapy for the physical therapist to help move my arm and give me exercises. And there isn't a very clear protocol for frozen shoulder. It is clear that if you don't exercise the muscles, then they will freeze up even more and create even more of a problem. But they don't know the cause, they don't know why it happens, so they don't know exactly how to treat it. If they should treat it very aggressively, or if it's just the continual process of exercising a little bit instead of allowing the muscles to atrophy. So anyway, I've been going to my physical therapist and she's been giving me exercises, and it's been a couple of months, like I said. So because it's been so long, now she has decided it has to be more aggressive. She's like, okay, Christy, now we need to be more aggressive with you. We need to do the weights and it's going to have to hurt, right? So let's go back a little bit. So when I first started working with the physical therapy department, I've been working with several physical therapists. The first one thought I had a pinched nerve. So because of the neck pain and not knowing what was going on here, why I couldn't move my arm, she thought it was a pinched nerve, which is a different protocol than frozen shoulder. So for that, you really don't want to have any pain in the arm. You don't want to have any pain starting to move up the arm. So I was doing the exercises and I was feeling pain here in my arm, and I was also feeling it at one point going all the way down to my hands. And also one time I was doing the exercises at home and I had back pain, and then I couldn't walk very much. I wanted to go for a walk in my neighborhood and it was just so difficult. So she's like, Christy, pull back. I don't want you to do anything that is causing you back pain. I don't want you to do anything that's causing the pain to go down the arm, to increase, to get worse. Okay, we don't want pain. Pain means something's wrong. We're not doing it right. Okay, she went on maternity leave, so I said goodbye to her and then started working with another physical therapist. And then through time, she diagnosed it as frozen shoulder. And so she would do the exercises and they would be very painful, right? So she would be manipulating my arm, moving it all around, and I would be screaming. I would scream, I would let it out. This was a room full of people, everybody getting worked on, and I would be like screaming and then trying to stifle it because I didn't want to like seem to be too much, right? So she said to me, Christy, frozen shoulder is very painful and I'm going to have to work on your arm and you're going to have to exercise. So I want you to do what you need to do to be able to take the physical therapy. So if you need to take pain relievers before you come in, then you should take the pain relievers so I can work on you so you won't be in pain. But I told her, I'm only in pain when you work on me. I'm only in pain when you are manipulating my arm into areas it doesn't want to go, right? And when I'm home, I don't have pain. I do the exercises, but I'm fine. I'm not in this terrible pain, so I'm not screaming at home. And it doesn't make sense to me to take pain meds before going into physical therapy, assuming that I will then be in pain once you work on me. So I told her, we disagree. We disagree. I believe that pain is for a purpose. I believe pain lets us know when we've gone too far. Pain lets us know that there is an injury happening. And so I reminded her that the first physical therapist said that if things started to get worse when she was working on me, to let her know immediately that she would pull back and do something a little differently. So with the new physical therapist, when she was working on me, I would let her know, oh, no, the pain is going down my elbow now. No, the pain is going down my hand. I know that shouldn't be that way. I didn't have any hand pain before, any elbow pain before today, and now it's getting worse and it's going down the arm. And she said, Christy, physical therapy is about, working on the muscles and doing what we need to do. And your condition is very painful, so it is going to hurt. It is going to be painful. You just have to accept it. I'm like, but I didn't have pain there before. Now I do. And now you're working on me and it's really bad. And so finally, when it went down to my hand, she's like, okay, well, it's going down your hand, then we'll stop, then we'll do something else. But I didn't understand why she was pushing through the pain and not having the same mentality as my first physical therapist. Okay, so she had a different understanding, mentality, that when something isn't getting to where you want it to be, okay, and you've worked hard, and you've put in the effort, then you've got to exert more effort to get the results that you want. Okay, so she was really working my arm out. I was screaming. People were like, why is she screaming? And then she was doing weights. And then the weights was hard for me to do. And it was, because my muscles are weak because I haven't really done any weights in months. And so then I would go home and then I was in terrible pain. And then I couldn't work. I go to her in the morning and then I have the rest of the afternoon to work and I couldn't work. I had to ice it. I had to take something for the pain and I do not take medication. So I had to take white willow bark, but still I hardly ever take anything even natural for pain. I also did have a salve for it, but it was excruciating. And I'm like, it shouldn't hurt this much after physical therapy. It may ache, but it shouldn't pain. It shouldn't feel like stabbing pain. So I told her about this. I'm like, I can't have it be that way. It's too painful. You went a little bit too aggressive and we got to dial back. And she's like, no, Christy, we've got to be aggressive with this. We've got to get you to the point where you can move your arm again. And this is how it's got to be. And I just stood up for myself and I said, nope, I'm sorry. I don't believe that. I disagree with you. Again, I went with my philosophy of pain is for a purpose. It's not random. It's not to push through until you get the result. So take this as an analogy. Are you working towards a goal? And do you believe that you've got to keep on working hard, pushing? Perhaps it's your career. Perhaps it's your job. Do you believe that you've got to put in more hours, more time, that you've got to work harder, take less breaks, and work, into the nighttime, work on the weekends? Okay? Do you believe you have to give up vacation, just keep on working until you get the end result? Or do you believe in going with the flow, seeing how your body feels? When you are really energized, working on your book. When you are feeling good, then continue to work. And when you are exhausted, take a little break. And then that will recharge you for later. So after you take your break, after you refresh yourself, then you can go back. And the next day you will be even more productive because you took that break. So it's very important for you to sit back and assess. Are you of the belief that you need to push to get results? Okay, and part of this is conditioning. We are conditioned to try to be very productive in American society. We are conditioned to be workaholics. We are conditioned to be super moms, to do it all, to work and to clean the house and to take care of the kids and to be a caregiver for our parents and to take care of the dogs, right? So we don't often listen to our bodies, okay? And our bodies are wise. And we don't trust that if we don't keep working hard, if we don't keep taking great action and go through the pain, then we won't get the result that we want. Okay? So we really need to trust. We really need to trust, if it's our body, that our body will heal. If we give it the right tools, the right support. Okay, for frozen shoulder, it does go through a thawing stage where it does start to get more mobility, that it does start to go back to how it used to be, but they don't know why or when this happens. They still don't understand, okay? So I'm like, well, you're talking about we have to be so aggressive, but you tell me there's a thawing stage where it's just going to remedy itself, basically. So if you are of the belief that it's going to thaw, why do you also believe that you've got to push to get to the thawing, to get to the flow, to get to the ease? Okay? And then I started to reflect. I'm like, Christy, this year is the year of the rabbit in Chinese astrology. It's also the number 7 in collective number 7 for numerology. So this goes hand in hand. The year of the rabbit is about ease and flow. Okay? It's about getting into alignment, going inward, okay? And really going for our dreams, expressing our talents, and that will bring us abundance. But it's not through pushing. It's not through a lot of effort. Yes, you do have to take some action still, right? But it's through the ease and the flow and the trusting that it will happen. The same thing for the year, which is the number 7. That is about going inward. It's about connecting with ourselves. It's about going slow. It's about meditating. It's about trusting the intuition coming through, the channeling, the messages, the ideas, instead of just saying, this is what I want. I'm going to work really hard. I'm going to push, 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 and then it's going to happen. No, it's allowing the flow. It's allowing the alignment, allowing the trust to guide us, okay? And also our spirit to guide us. So I want to take this analogy and mirror it to fertility. So I know a lot of women who say they have fertility issues. They haven't been able to get pregnant right away. And so they try everything. They watch the videos, they change their diet, they may go to a doctor, maybe get some medication, and then they may decide, okay, I have to do the IVF. I have to do something drastic because it's not working on my timetable. I want it faster. I've got to listen to my brain, not my body, and just make it happen. But what happens is a lot of women go through IVF, and then again, the process is miserable. It's painful. It's taxing. It affects them emotionally. It affects them physically. It's exhausting, and it is so expensive, right? So does this sound like going with ease and flow and trust, or does it sound like a lot of hard work, a lot of forcing, a lot of, we need to do this now, this is my timetable? Kind of like my physical therapist. We need to be very aggressive now because it hasn't happened in 2 months. So now we've got to really work you hard, and you're going to be in pain. Just accept you're going to have to be in pain. Okay? So this may be difficult to hear if you're going through a hard time, if you're going through a chronic illness, if you're going through fertility issues and not being able to get the results that you're looking for. But I want you to trust in the power of flow. I want you to trust in the fact that your body is wise. Okay, it may need a little help. It may need some adjustments. Okay, you may not know something that you're missing. Okay, so you may need to work with someone to help you, but it doesn't have to be so hard and aggressive and forceful. Okay, so with my new program, Detox for Joy, the Fertility Edition, the cart is open now. So if you're interested in taking part in my new 8-week program, it begins February 15th and it goes until April 5th, and it is about ease and flow. It's about knowing what you need to know in order to get yourself as healthy as possible, mind, body, and spirit. It's about detoxing mind, body, and spirit. It's also about knowing what you need to know to be as fertile as possible. Okay? Different recipes, superfoods, different things to avoid. And it is the process that will bring you back into alignment, back into joy. So this is not just to get the end result, okay? But you will get the end result if you follow the program and you continue. And also, the information that you will learn is something you can then apply to your life afterwards. After you have the baby, keep on making yourself as healthy as possible, okay? This will also help you for other births in the future, but it will also make you balance so that you are learning how to accept being in the flow instead of feeling that you've got to do really drastic measures to overcome a chronic illness, or maybe even if it's your career, to see it from a different way, that you can pull back a little bit and allow the universe in. Allow the universe in to dance with you, to help you, and to help you to see it from a higher perspective, a different perspective. Okay, so I hope this video inspires you. I hope this gives you a different perspective that yes, you can flow, you can take action, but you don't need to push in order to get results. Okay, a lot of people, again, they just understand this, believe this because of how they were raised as a child, how society teaches us, just keep on going. It's great if you're busy. Everyone always says, oh, it's great if you're busy. It's great if you're making a lot of money. They don't really care if you're happy. She's like, oh, you're making a lot of money. Oh, you got a promotion. Oh, great. All these outside things. But that's not necessarily what gives us comfort and joy and peace inside. Okay, that's not necessarily flow. That's being in the masculine and pushing. So my program will put you back into the feminine, back into connecting with your spirit, back into connecting with your heart, back into perhaps learning how to take care of your body, how to be healthy, mind, body, and spirit. So sign up if you're interested. This program is for those who, again, may consider themselves to have fertility issues, but it's also for those who may just decide, I want a baby this year. I want to be a mom. Now is the time. Okay, and you just want to learn how to prepare before trying to conceive. Or it can be you if you are proactive and if you're saying, I know I want to have a baby one day and I want to be as healthy as possible when that day comes. I know Christy has this great program. I know she's going to teach me how to be healthier in my life. And I can apply this right now so that I can eat healthier, so I can feel healthier, so I can meditate and release my stress, and so I can be joyful, enjoying my life. Okay, so this is for you. If you're proactive, if you want to be your best self now and always, sign up and join us when we begin on February 15th. Email me if you have any questions. The cart is open until we begin, just a little over a week now. You can email me at Christy@thedancingcurtain.com if you have any questions. And you can also message me on social media, on Facebook and Instagram. And I am here if you have any questions, but I want to encourage you to accept ease and flow, especially in this year with the year of the rabbit and number 7 collective year. This is your year to trust, to flow, to have more ease, and to know what you want is waiting for you. Okay, so trust and believe, ladies. This is your year, and hopefully I will be your guide. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day. Bye for now.